Hi everyone, this is Ham, one of the TAs for the Devitree Code Forward program. Today I'm going to be doing a little demonstration on how to download and install Visual Studio Code on Mac. In order to do that, let's go ahead and go to the Visual Studio download page, or Visual Studio Code download page, excuse me. Don't download Visual Studio, but get Visual Studio Code. If you're on Mac, choose the Mac download, Windows, choose Windows, or if you're on Linux, choose the Linux download. It'll automatically start downloading it for you. Just make sure to open with the archive utility. Once you have downloaded it and extracted it with the archive utility, you should have this Visual Studio Code application right here. What you need to do is open your Spotlight with Command Space, go into Applications. You see your Applications folder here, open that. And then you have this Applications folder open. Go ahead and drag and drop Visual Studio into that directory. Now, if you open up your Spotlight, again, Command Space, you can then open up your Visual Studio Code. So that'll take just a second to update. But in the meanwhile, I want to demonstrate that normally, and maybe you have seen us do this in class, you can come into your terminal and type code, and then type maybe like a Python file name like this. So you do code, which then is referencing to Visual Studio Code, name of the file, and then it would open up that file. But if we do that, we see bash code, this command that we tried to run right here, not found. So we're going to do something within Visual Studio Code to remedy that pretty easily. So, shortcut. Is this the shortcut? Okay. So if you do Command-Shift-P, it'll bring up this little menu once you are already in Visual Studio Code. And I think if you just type path, and then you go down to this shell command, install code command in path, click that. You'll then need to provide your administrator password. And then it said shell command code successfully installed in path. And if you remember, the path is kind of that mapping between a word and meaning within your operating system. That's good enough understanding for now. So if we close and reopen our terminal, and we do code dot to open up a folder or a directory, we now get Visual Studio Code to open up wherever it is that we are currently working. So that was just a quick video on how to install Visual Studio Code on Mac. I will be doing another video on Visual Studio Code extensions and Visual Studio Code debugging Python. So stay tuned for those. There'll be different videos. I hope this was helpful.